Welcome to Bourbon, Brass, and Beyond. Tonight we sample an amazing selection from Morgan Proctor and Winthrop Liquors of Riverview, Florida. Please join us for a pour.
Good evening.
How's everybody tonight?
It's a good day.
It's going to be an interesting night, too.
Wow, so much has happened in the last, I would say, 48 hours that it's almost like when your head's spinning, you're like, all right, this is pretty cool.
Don't know which way it's coming from and how or where.
Right. So the first things happened, Morgan Proctor from Winthrop Liquors down in Riverview, Florida, set up a sample box for me. And in return, I was going to send, and I'm going to send a 1944 Old Crow. I'm going to send back some Wild Turkey, you know.
A couple of the others.
And then he says, you should reach out to, he sends me an Instagram link for the Bourbonswami, who is Mccauley Mintin, who is the chief alchemist and president of Dark Arts Whiskey House. And he and I started a conversation. So now we're going to swap some bottles and some samples. And it's just gone from unbelievable to crazy in a matter of hours. Tomorrow, Steph and I are heading up to Cleveland to have dinner with Fred Minnick.
It's a very cool event.
Yeah, we get signed copies of his new book that's coming out, and get to do a tasting with him up at Cordelia's restaurant on downtown Cleveland.
Yeah.
It is just one thing after another. And of course, while at the same time, next week, we're getting ready for going down to Log Still Distillery to interview Wally Dant and do a
hang out down there and
have a tasting with the Monks Road stuff. So it's a great day.
Busy, awesome, surreal. There's lots of superlatives here.
Yeah, and not to mention, and not even step over the fact of what Morgan sent up.
Listen, I say this, that we're pretty spoiled with the stuff that we taste on a day-to-day basis that we get to sample. This, just looking through these is crazy. So,
and some of these, I mean, you will never see again.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So Morgan's going to be joining us here in a few minutes, and we are going to start going through these. Now, the first one he sent was a 1952 OFC, and it's by Shenley. So it's when Shenley bought the brand, and they shipped the bottles up to Canada, or the barrels up to Canada, and then mixed it with some Canadian whiskey.
Yeah.
So that's a 86.8 proof. Winthrop did a Seelbach barrel pick of double oaked Wild Turkey, 7-year, 9-month, 116.8 proof. It's crazy. They did an ASW Fiddler Winthrop barrel pick, 7-year, 9-month wheated bourbon, finished in cognac for 1 year and 2 months. And that's crazy. And there he is.
Hey,
Morgan, good evening. How you doing?
Good evening. How you doing, bud? Can you hear me?
Fantastic.
Perfect.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Do you hear us all right?
Yeah, I hear you great. Coming in a little blurry, but that's all good. I can hear you great.
It's going to come in blurry while we're talking, but in the final product, it'll be completely smooth.
No worries. All good.
Fantastic. So we just started talking through the bottles that you sent up, and once again, I can't tell you how much we appreciate it.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's awesome. Thank you.
This is amazing, and I can't wait to send you some bottles back, because
these barrel picks are awesome. We don't get this in Ohio to this extent, so seeing some of these is crazy.
Yeah, it's just amazing.
One of it is my coworker works in Ohio, so I got a little insight to what's available. He lived in Ohio for many years. And then also just with the collection behind you and the stuff you were tasting is pretty intense and awesome. So I kind of went with that, like, what are the chances he has these type things?
Yeah. Well, right. I had never even seen or thought of having some of these. I mean, this is amazing.
I'm glad it worked. That was the goal.
Thank you. So this 1952 OFC by Shenley, You know, in the 1960s, a lot of distilleries shipped barrels up north to Canada. Like I know J.W. Dant did that as well. And then they would mix their bourbons with Canadian whiskeys and then ship them back. Is that where this came from?
Not 100% sure, to be honest. There's not a ton of research out there. I talked to my buddy that works at the Sotheby's auction, and he says every once in a while they pop up. They're only about $350 or so. You just never find them.
Yeah.
But the gist of what I get is it's original copper pot, you know, pre-MG corn, pre-chemical corn and all that good stuff. And the crazy thing is I just got that bottle like a year ago, and it's maybe been open for like 3 months, and the cork was like 90% good. There didn't seem to be any contamination or anything. It was a pretty cool one to have, you know. And to have anything OFC is awesome.
Well, historically amazing too to me is that Shenley bought a whole bunch of distilleries in 1952.
I saw that they were like kind of big for a little bit, but I didn't get too big into their full history.
Yeah, so they bought a lot of the brands from the national distillers and Arm & Hammer. So Arm & Hammer owned J.W. Dant, so they bought that from them at the same time, and they were consolidating. And they moved a lot of their distilling from these smaller distilleries to Bernheim and Stag distilleries, which Shenley owned.
So it could be something really special in reality.
Yes. So, and if it's a 52, then it's a pre-52 distillate. That's amazing.
Sneaky good.
Yeah, definitely a 1952 tax stamp on it from New Jersey, and that's where the bottle came from.
Well, we're gonna start with that one.
Yeah, I remember it being. I should have grabbed it. I remember it being like really soft, like pillowy, almost sweet, like marshmallow tones or something.
Yeah.
It was unique. It's definitely like no other whiskey I've had.
Just the smell that I get away from the glass is different. Yeah.
Super sweet nose.
I agree with marshmallow. That's crazy high. Jeez.
Yeah, it was like this unique, sweet marshmallow. Yeah, very soft and delicate. Like if you were to get somebody into Dusty's, it's like the 107 of Dusty's.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man.
There's this old Fitz that he has here that it's crazy. Like everything, I almost compare everything to that because it's unbelievably different in just how mellow that thing is. And I don't know.
And I get that same taste.
Dusty, calm.
Yeah. Mm.
So the craziest thing is when I finally got to try this, I was at my buddy Joey's house, and he poured me some 1955 Old Fitzgerald distilled at Sitzer Weller at the same time. That was quite a special bottle to get to try.
Yeah. Yeah, that is wonderful.
Yeah.
And it has a great lasting taste on the palate. It goes all the way to the back. It's nice and sweet. And I love that dusty, that dusty taste.
And I got about 4 Canadians at the same time. I let 2 other buddies get 2 of them, and I kept a Seagram's 1957. It looks like it's fake. It looks like it was made yesterday. It's the craziest, nicest dusty I've ever seen ever. So while it doesn't have a lot of value, I'll probably never open it. It's just so nice. I share that it's cheap. Open it, who cares? But it's mint. It's just something you don't see.
That's so good.
Yes.
It reminds me, I do have, I mean, it's not going to be that, but I have it was full blend.
You tell me about, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I was going to say, I don't know, JW. I was going to say, give me some info on that.
So J.W. Dant, it's the original DSP 47.
Okay.
It was started in 1836 by Joseph Washington Dant. His 7th great grandson is J.W. Wally Dant, who owns Log Still Distillery and Monks Road Bourbon.
Yeah, I've seen that before.
The J.W. Dant still exists.
Yeah. JW Dant now is owned by Heaven Hills. They bought it from Shenley in 1993.
But they still bottle it, or they just kind of shelved the name?
They still bottle it. It's now a bottom shelf brand.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah.
But in its time, up through the 40s and 50s, even into the early 60s, JW Dant was a premium.
So just like those early Crown Royal bottles. I got a buddy with two of. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
So I was just going to say the flavor of this reminds me, because it's that Canadian blend with the old bourbon. Because what Shenley did was they took a lot of the old bourbon stock, because they were closing Gethsemane, Kentucky, which is where the distillery was. And they just took a whole bunch of the barrels and shipped them up to Canada.
So they're the original MGP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a buddy with a 1949 Crown Royal, and it says made at the House of Seagrams, and real tiny it says Crown Royal. And then his 1953 bottle, it says Crown Royal, made at the House of Seagrams, really small. I thought that was funny how just in a couple of years, Crown had become the highlight, not Seagrams anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
Crazy good. Thank you.
Thank you on that.
Of course. Yes, you're welcome. Glad you like it.
So the next one I have is the Seelbach Winthrop Barrel Pick, the double oak turkey.
Yeah, oh yeah. That was probably our most popular barrel pick of all of last year. It was one that, go ahead.
Who gets to go do the barrel picks?
Pretty much dictate all of it. It depends how much I bring other people in to help me decide. Honestly, for me, this was like a no-brainer one. I still got a bunch of opinions to back up what I thought, but the first time I tried this by myself, I was like, yeah, this is it. Because the story is basically there was 8 barrels of the wild turkey that came to Florida. He double oaked 2 of them, and that's it. That's why it also doesn't say double oak on the label, but it's a double oak. He didn't want to go through the, FDA approval change of the label or however they do it.
That's crazy.
But so good. I picked that, and I picked another turkey that had a lot of like the funk I really like from some of the turkeys you used to find. And then it just hit 8 years, and he goes, "You want it?" And I honestly asked him if he'd double oak it again for me. So I'll have an even older version of a higher proof one, hopefully coming here in a couple months.
Wonderful.
Blake from Seelbach is one of my favorite people out there. Top 3 for owners I know, period, for sure.
Wow. Good. Well, and this is my first time having the Seelbach stuff.
Yeah.
And it really is fantastic.
So a little backstory of Blake, the owner. He's got probably a solid $1 million collection of whiskey he'll retire with one day on top of just owning Seelbach. But he came into this from like a true top shelf whiskey drinker. And now that he's gotten so big and he has all this power, he gets barrels no one else gets. Him and Dark Arts, Mccauley at Dark Arts, they got the best wild turkey, buff turkeys out there because they have all the right people. They know the people. Everybody loves him. So that's Blake's a good guy, and it shows. I mean, he gets really special stuff because now he's got this online powerhouse, basically.
Super awesome.
Yeah, we'll have to.
Yeah.
I think we're going to have to invest in a few bottles.
Yeah. You talk about that wild turkey funk. This thing it's carrying it. It's funny.
And then it still has that double oak spice that just everybody loves. So like wild turkey lovers love it. People who hate wild turkey go, I love this and buy it.
That's good.
Yeah, and all of these, there is not a bad one.
Yeah.
I didn't think so. That was on purpose, just in case it went on video with or without me. And, I wanted to be good things said.
Well, so I cheated a little bit, and Steph and I, my partner and I, we had a little bit out of each the other night. And
as you should.
It was just wonderful. I am under strict instructions that I am to save some of the Jefferson's Presidential 21-year rye.
That's a real special bottle.
And she's not a bourbon drinker, but she is really She would like that. I think she's coming around to it.
What are you drinking right now, by the way?
At the moment, I'm doing the Seelbach 15-year buff turkey. This batch is a 16-year, 8-month,
It's crazy.
17.5 proof, $300 on the shelf. Best price for buff turkeys on the market.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's funny what those barrels have started to go for now. It's crazy.
So just like I was mentioning Dark Arts with Mccauley, a couple of his buff turkeys, they retailed for $450. I've seen them hit $1,200 to $2,500 a bottle.
Crazy.
Wow.
It's awesome.
In reality, it makes some sense, but it's still crazy to me to think about.
Yeah.
So new, but it is a one and done.
Yeah. They're never going to exist again. Yeah.
And from the insider, I know. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, and they're only getting older,
Yeah.
and they're just maturing, as they decrease in numbers.
So it's a 16-year, 8-month. In fact, he just got the label approved for 17-year, and I'm a little worried that the price will go up. It doesn't make sense for him to keep it at this price. And it's right now it's 16-year, 8-month, but he's got the 15-year label approved, so that's what he uses.
Yeah.
But then I got an insider who called up some distillers at Wild Turkey and Buffalo Trace, and supposedly with this buff turkey stuff, they actually used Wild Turkey's yeast. And I don't know if you know about yeast in other distilleries. There's no more big cardinal sin. You do not bring another yeast into your distillery. You can infect it with its own and take over. But supposedly they in fact let Wild Turkey bring their yeast into Buffalo Trace to make them.
Crazy.
Wow.
And the guy told me that it's about as credible as they get. So I tend to believe it.
So, and I'm glad you told me that, because I'd heard different things. I'd heard that it was all Buffalo Trace products and grains and yeast, but it was a Wild Turkey mash bill. But if they're bringing in
Wild Turkey mash bill, Wild Turkey mash bill, Buffalo Trace grains, Wild Turkey yeast.
wow.
So it becomes the ultimate Buffalo Trace experimental bottles, like is what this has really become.
Pretty much. Yeah.
That's amazing. All right. ASW Fiddler Winthrop Barrel Pick. 7-year, 9-month wheated bourbon, and then finished in cognac for 1 year and 2 months. 122.8 proof.
It's one of our newest barrel picks. I knew it would be popular because I think it tastes really good, but it surprised me how popular it's been, honestly. That was a huge yield, so I still have a bunch of it. It was almost a 200 bottle yield.
Wow.
But the fans are there. It's definitely a liked bottle a lot because the way the cognac hits is, I hate to say like perfect, but it just nailed it. Like, it's really enjoyable. It comes through right. It's what you would almost expect versus what we get most of the time.
How many barrel picks do you end up doing a year?
Quite a few. Nothing crazy. Maybe 8 to 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still, it's almost one a month. I mean, that's frequent.
Pretty much. Yeah. And then there is times we'll buy somebody else's barrel pick. They don't pick up in time.
Okay.
So if you want to go by that logic, it's probably closer to 12.
Yeah.
But it wasn't our barrel pick. Somebody didn't pick it up, or they go out of business, and then you get the opportunity to buy it or not. Sometimes you snag it if it's something good.
Wow.
Nose is really nice on it.
It's almost like a dessert. It's so rich.
It's actually the second bottle I brought. That's what I was going to pour next, with some of that.
Oh, wow.
So
I drink slightly under proof, maybe in that 110 range. You still get like a good aged wheated up front, but then that cognac finish and linger. It just stays there. It's really nice. Yeah.
And that was one of the amazing things with all of these that, I mean, I put one down and then 20 minutes later, I still have that taste in my mouth. Like they were all good.
So you're never supposed to say like drinks under proof or anything, but I always go for something that drinks under proof. And I always go something with a nice long linger. And if I like the flavor, those two are a great combo to have with it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I agreed.
But yeah, I always go for smoother when possible. And I know you're not supposed to care about smoothness or whatever, but I deal with regular people. You know, us whiskey nerds, we can deal with whatever, but the average consumer, they need to just take a sip because we sample out all our barrel picks. We need you to just take a sip and be like, whoa, this is great. We can't have you say, oh, give it a minute and then it's awesome. Which can happen with other stuff, sometimes like Armagnacs and stuff, but that's different. When it comes to bourbon, you kind of just want them to taste it and not fall in love right away, but appreciate what you've given them. Falling in love is a bonus.
Let's do that Armagnac next.
Yeah, I didn't even realize I sent you some. I forgot.
OADE Armagnac, 38-year barrel.
That's our barrel pick. That's a complex, unique, special barrel. So Dan, the owner, he's a pretty awesome guy. He pretty much started Orlando Whiskey Society, which was a huge deal. They kind of fallen off since he's taken over and done his own Armagnac company. And Cognac and Armagnac are very similar. They're both made with grapes. They're both aged. But Cognac is the McDonald's. There's 4 of them. You know, there's Wendy's, there's McDonald's, there's Burger King. That's it. There's nothing else. Armagnac, that's not 100% true, but it's the majority. It's 99% of it. Armagnac is literally like hundreds of mom and pops who will do 5 to 50 barrels a year. And it's always like super unique and different. And what I didn't realize is each family will harvest whatever grapes they want. They can use 5 different grapes. And then there's like a 1900s fire truck with a still on the back. It goes around once a year to every single farm. They distill all their grapes, and then the Armagnac, the family does whatever they want with it. And Dan, with OADE in particular, has gone out of his way to pretty much pick some of the more special stuff, some of the really mom and pop overlooked stuff. Now this is almost a concentrate in the Armagnac world. It was, and I hate to say it, but you almost have to give it about 4 solid sips before you can give it a proper judgment. Because this was a 500-liter barrel. It yielded 60 bottles.
And if you can look at the color,
I
mean, that is so
reddish. Yeah.
So dark.
They say it's about 1 in a million barrels come out that dark.
Yeah. It's crazy how different this nose is.
So you'll appreciate the crazy dark tannic oak. And as you drink it, you get more and more of the raisin comes out. You do lose some of the sweetness that a traditional Armagnac would have, but in a way, it's kind of like the bourbon drinker's Armagnac, but it's also not. It's so different with all that extra oak you get on there.
Yeah. So
it's funny. As soon as he said raisin, I'm like, that's what that is.
Yeah.
Man.
Raisins and oak. Tannic oak that mellows out and just to be this crazy. I almost to say if over oaked was a good word, this is over oaked in a good way.
Yeah.
It's such a subtle, nice, even oak. There's no harshness to it at all.
It's just very present.
Yeah.
Dan is great. I'm actually meeting him tomorrow here. He's bringing the owner of New England Barrel Company, try some barrels maybe, but I definitely I'm going to do another barrel pick with him. This was a really popular thing for us. Super unique. And it's okay. Here's the craziest part. It's 38-year-old single barrel. You know the yield with a stand and a wax cutter numbered to your bottle. $285.
So it's super premium at that point. Just it's unique, it's different.
It's also the cheapest aged liquid in the market.
It's crazy. Man, I can't get over how different that nose is from everything else.
You'll stay in the cup. You just keep smelling it and smelling it.
That's good.
So last night, as I was trying them, I was just putting the cup down and in the same order that I was drinking them so that I could go back and smell the cup afterwards. And it was just, all the smells were fantastic.
Man.
It's like you get a little bit.
No, go ahead. I would love to hear what you think.
You get a little bit of the fruit, like a grape, and then it just darkens a little. It's like a super ripe grape on the nose.
It is so much different than what you get at any other bourbon. And to your point, I mean, the finish is just, man.
And then also, like I said, let's say a 38-year-old Scotch. How much is that going to cost you?
Yeah,
$2,000
good luck.
on sale.
Yeah.
I mean, $1,000 for a brand you never heard of. Even rum costs more than that now.
Yeah.
I just tried a 32-year-old rum. It was $1,500 MSRP. Yeah, sure, single barrel numbered. That's cool, but
Yeah.
I don't
Is
want
it
to pay
really
$1,500 for
achievable?
rum.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
So our next pour is the Jefferson's Presidential 21 year.
So what's cool about that is they have a 21 rye, a 21 bourbon, a 25 bourbon, a 30-year bourbon. We have them all at our bar, but the 21 rye is the only Kentucky. All the other ones are MGP. And the theory is this is in fact pre-fire Heaven Hill rye.
Mm.
Is it? I don't know. You can't actually find out, but that seems to be the common consensus.
So how many bottles do you have at the bar then? If this is some of the stuff that's there.
Our bar is we have a huge patio. Let me see if I can show it to you. That's where I'm sitting outside.
Okay. He's rubbing it in at this point. I'm not sitting outside.
Yeah, I got shorts on and I took my jacket off. Our bar is only about 200 square feet at best, and there's probably 200 bourbons, 20 scotches, 20 tequilas, bunch of Armagnacs. It's very tiny, but it's insane how much stuff we packed in there.
Yeah.
Kind of like what's behind you, but goes up higher, and it's 360. It's a whole 360 bar of liquor.
Awesome.
So I asked him how far he was from Tampa.
Yeah.
In case
you fly down that way.
I had to go down that way.
Quite close.
I think I need to pick up a Tampa overnight.
Yeah. This is almost peppery. What is that?
Yeah.
I mean,
this is the one that I said last night that I get banana and pepper.
You always get banana on rice.
Yeah, but this one is like.
I still got some wintergreen, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
My buddy Joel of Life of Lux. It's a great company. If you don't follow him, you should definitely follow them. He's one of the few kind of OG guys who can appreciate some of these like Jefferson releases, because when they came out, everybody just sold them and didn't care. And we were always working on our bar, but our bar got delayed like 4 years. So when that happened, these started going up in value, and we're kind of like, we don't need to sell these. Let's just keep holding them. And now they're really extra special, and we have stuff we can share with people like you that just doesn't exist on the market. We had our 30-year Jefferson right now is $120 an ounce. I heard there's a place in Chicago that has it for $2,000 an ounce.
Wow.
It's crazy. Like, so everybody always talks about how Nectar's is your gateway into Ryes, but this thing is unreal.
Yeah.
Man.
But in theory, pre-fire Heaven Hill is some of the most valuable juice out there. Yeah. If it was confirmed pre-fire Heaven Hill, the bottle only goes for $600, $700, $800. It'd be 10 times that money though.
Yeah, easy. Man.
But there also is almost no other options. 21-year-old Kentucky rye. Where would you get that from?
Yeah. No, that's absolutely true.
Right.
Man, I'm saving this.
That's why Steph wanted me to save some for her.
That's crazy.
This one, Old COmmonwealth Kentucky Nectar, Corona Cigar Barrel Pick, 107 proof.
Corona Cigar does some of the most in special barrels in all of Florida. Big cigar shop. I love the owner. Our manager, Tommy, is like the best guy in the world. They get so many special picks. People just want them to have their special picks, and this is no exception. I love Kentucky Nectar, but his was definitely one of the better ones I've had. They've all been excellent. This just tends to be one of the best I've had. And what they do with the Kentucky Nectar is so they honey age it, but it's triple filtered. So unlike every other honey on the market that's very honey forward, this is very much a hint of honey on the back end in the best way possible. You almost shouldn't think honey. It's like a natural honey in a way, the way it kind of comes across.
And I said honey last night.
Yeah, it's just really sweet.
I did.
Yeah, it almost adds like a sweetness to it instead of a huge honey impact.
Yeah, good.
Super nice.
Yeah.
And then you
Figured
get
that
like
was something that you probably won't get old Commonwealth stuff for a while. So I figured get you ahead of the curve with the Kentucky Nectar at least.
that is fantastic.
It's funny how far behind we end up on some stuff. We always talk about how lucky we are with what we get, but there's so much stuff that we still can't touch at this point. So
Yeah.
Recently in his post, he was showing off all the allocations they got this week. And that stuff I've had on my shelf for months that nobody wants to buy around here right now.
Yeah.
Which I thought was kind of funny. But at the same time, you used to have all the Weller in the world. You had the best connection on Weller for a while. And I don't know if do you know why?
Nobody said exactly why. I always just assumed it was that the state was willing to pay more for it.
Nope. It basically came down to you guys were the experiment. Sazerac wanted to see how Weller would compete against Heaven Hill. It destroyed Heaven Hill. Experiment is over. You guys should be seeing less Weller, unfortunately.
Yeah, it was very predictable every 4 to 5 weeks, and it's gone to every 8.
Yeah.
And we used to, so it was really predictable that we would get Red and Taylor in a week, and then you'd get the opposite. You'd get Blanton's and something else the week after. So it was really, really predictable. But now it's all coming in the same week, and it has definitely slowed itself down since start allocation season, I guess.
Is not a bourbon company. They're a marketing company that sells bourbon.
They do it really well too.
They do it the best.
Yeah, absolutely true.
But you guys were luckily the experiment, and you thrived and you won. Experiment over.
Well, especially now that the release straight out of the distillery, the 107 was here all the time, and I feel like we were the source for half the country. And now they're at the distillery. It comes out more at the distillery than it does here. So,
in the state of Florida, that is an ABC exclusive.
Yeah,
no other store can get Weller. Some bars. One time we got some through our bar, but again, Sazerac, they do not care about the little guy. They're all about the big chains, and that's all they care about.
Who can sell how much and how fast?
That's why I don't care about them. I love ASW with the Fiddler and Seelbach with all their cool, unique stuff. Old COmmonwealth, who's going to blow up and they're already a big deal, but they appreciate us, and I love them for that. They didn't forget about us,
So our last one, this is a special one, is a Macallan Cask Strength, circa 1999 to 2002. It's 117.2 proof.
If you give those a quick Google search on your phone, that's my last sip of that stuff I had. 100%. I was like, again, I saw your collection in the back. I wasn't sure about Scotch, but I knew how special it was. So I was like, all right, this is something. But those are commonly $4,000 to $5,000 a bottle.
That's incredible.
It's crazy.
And I love it. It's one of the best Macallans I've ever had. Basically, the guy bought it back then, took 2 ounces out of it, decided he hated it, and gifted it to us.
Jeez.
I know.
Right time, right place, right bar.
He did that with a couple things. He did that with a 13-year Pappy Rye, the year that it was 17-year Bernheim juice.
Yeah, okay.
And he did that with 21-year High West bourbon. Just didn't care for him. Gave it to us.
I didn't think of apple until you said that.
Yeah. Is it apple? Do you remember it?
No, I know it's sherry. It's just sherry finish.
Yeah.
Will you get apple? I don't know, but just a sherry finish.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I get a lot of apple.
I don't get it on the palate.
No, I get a little bit deeper. It's like like an apple sauce, more like a sweet.
Maybe after a second. Yeah, it comes back around.
Yeah, that is like one of the smoothest.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Mm.
I'm gonna have to go home and try the other mine just to see how much different it is than this after this.
Man, that is so good.
Stuff nowadays is nowhere near as aged.
Yeah.
I mean, this could be like 20-year-old juice. Back then, they could not sell it.
Wow.
Man.
That is a fantastic pour.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I didn't want it to go bad on me, so eventually you got to do something with your sample, and I figured share it.
Thanks for sharing. Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
I can't thank you enough.
Yeah, this is awesome. We need to go to Tampa.
I think we need to go to Tampa. Yeah.
We're pretty small, but we tend to be pretty mighty.
Yeah. If this is a sample of what's sitting around there, these barrel picks are crazy awesome. Like,
Yes.
that's the way I see this, is like, this is, yeah.
I see us coming home with a few bottles.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we have like, just in our personal collection, like a 1950 49 old par we sample out all the time. It's just, and we opened a new one just so you could see how different they taste. And yeah, we share all our unique stuff because while we all drink, surprisingly, we drink more at work than, at home.
Yeah. I can't do that.
Yeah.
It's required.
This
Sometimes it
Jefferson's.
sucks. Sometimes it's great.
Yeah. This Jefferson's.
Oh, the Jefferson.
I saved myself a splash.
Oh, that's yeah. And it's hard to pick a favorite because I mean, there's things that I like.
Well, I think they're also varied too. Like, they all have, like, that Armagnac was just crazy different and special.
Yeah.
Did not want anything to be similar. I wanted to make sure some stood out no matter what happened. Luckily, it seems like most of them did. Worst case scenario.
I can't pick the worst. I can't. Yeah,
no, they were all fantastic. So where can people find you online?
Technically, we have a Facebook, of course, Winthrop Liquors, but Winthrop Liquors on the Instagram, it's ran by me, so that's the most active, updated daily with like stories and all that, with all the new stuff. Sometimes funny memes, can't help it. And then whenever we post something, a lot of liquor memes, pretty much. Occasionally, us beating up somebody else, showing up how we're better in other stores.
Well, this is fantastic.
Yeah, I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. This is awesome.
Yeah, thank you, Morgan.
Yeah, absolutely. You're very welcome.
And I'm going to return the favor, so we'll get those out shortly.
I've been telling everybody because they all know I'm a big World War II nerd. But when you got open some distilled right after the war started, bottled right before the war ended, that hits like everything for me.
I just keep coming back to the fact that it is that grain, that bottle, that barrel existed before the first atomic bomb. Like, it doesn't get older, or that's the part that always sticks out to me, is like, it's
So not only that,
old.
I always argue that everything got irradiated after that,
Correct. Yeah.
How much did that affect grains? I have no idea, but this was not radiated. This was pre-radiation of any type of mass amount.
Yeah.
And it was protected
I've
in
only
the barrel
seen.
house.
Yeah, that's so awesome. Most people don't realize, like, even all of our steel now has radiation in it because after World War II, they just melted it all together and they didn't realize some of it had radiation and it just spread to all of it.
Carries right over. There's no getting rid of it. Yeah.
And the story is behind this, Morgan, this was in a box of bottles from an estate. And I paid $11 for the box.
I mean, just like you're drinking a $4,000 bottle of Macallan, I got it for free. I mean, the best deals sometimes are just
the best bottles are always,
but that's just how it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we got to figure out which bottles we're going to empty here.
Yeah. Well, then we know the Jefferson's is going to get finished fast.
Pour Steph a glass. Well, hey, I won't keep you.
Thank you for the
longer.
time. Yeah.
I appreciate your time talking us through this. Absolutely wonderful pick. Thanks for pointing me towards Mccauley.
Yeah.
That's going well?
Yeah, he's awesome. He's a unique character, but him going on the show would be cool. He's a great talker. He's such a unique character. If you get off the bourbon of topic, just expect it to go off the rails in a fun, unique way. He doesn't back down from anybody talk shit to him. He's like a pit bull. He just doesn't look like it. He looks like a hippie, but don't mess with that guy.
That's awesome. We look forward to it.
Yeah.
Look forward to it.
Yeah.
Well, hey,
Thanks.
thank you
Absolutely.
so much.
You guys enjoy. It was great talking to you.
Great talking to you. We'll talk again soon.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, for sure. Till the next time.
Well,
It's a good run.
it's a good run.
Yeah, we're gonna finish some of these.
Yeah, I think.
They're all like these are all crazy good bottles.
Yes.
These are all. I guess I'm just impressed with the variety that they get. I mean, we talk about Ohio system works for Ohio. I mean, obviously, some of these barrel picks are just off the charts.
Yeah, and I've never been a Scotch person.
No,
And that's
that thing was
phenomenal.
crazy out of nowhere. Yeah,
I really like the Kentucky Nectar.
it was good. Yeah, it was sweet. And to his point, that was what I noticed on the nose is how sweet it was, but it's not honey specifically, but it's just
Yeah, and I didn't actually know it was honey finished
okay.
until he said that.
Yeah.
And last night I said this kind of tastes like honey. So
I honestly felt like that presidential rye. I feel like this one is a cigar barrel pick, but I felt like I got the cigar on the nose on this one. It's so different.
that smoke,
It's crazy. Yeah, this is a good night.
fantastic. So, and it's going to be a crazy week.
Yeah, busy.
Busy.
You're gonna get tired of seeing me.
Oh, this is going to be great. We'll have an update on the dinner with Fred Minnick and his book signing. Doing that tomorrow, and then do another podcast next week before we go
Down to Kentucky.
down to Kentucky. So please stay tuned, like, subscribe, follow, 5 stars,
Podcasts. Favorite
podcast.
platform.
Yeah. You can go to our website, www.bourbonbrassandbeyond.com, and or you go to YouTube, Spotify, or Apple Podcasts and follow us there. And we appreciate your support.
Appreciate everybody. Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Baby.
Thank you to Morgan Proctor and Winthrop Liquors. Thanks for watching. Please like, follow, and subscribe on whatever medium you are using. This was a memorable 25th episode.